Every time you run plan mode in Claude Code, your terminal is locked. Claude's thinking you're waiting and you can't do anything else. As someone who uses Claude daily for projects, this can be extremely frustrating. Ultraplan can fix that. It pushes the planning to the cloud so your terminal stays completely free. And then when the plan is ready, you can review it in your browser, leave comments on it, and choose whether to run it in the cloud or bring it back into your terminal. I'm going to walk you through every single step to getting Ultraplan going for the first time, from setting up everything in GitHub for the project to writing out your very first prompt. Make sure to watch though, because I even show you how to fix a common bug that may cause Ultraplan not to be available, and you may spend hours debugging. So let's jump right into this tutorial. Okay, first step, what we're going to do is go through everything that you need to do within GitHub. So what we're going to do first is create a brand new repository, name it whatever you want. In this case, I'm going to probably just name it Ultraplan YouTube, just because I'm going to delete it after. Okay, and then just put a description over here as well. You can see I just wrote testing for Ultraplan YouTube video. I'm going to make this private and then just create the repository. Obviously, you can change these settings if you want, but if you want to follow along, just keep it private. Great. We have this over here. So let's move on to our next steps. What we're going to jump into is Claude within VS Code. Really quick though, before, if you want to learn how to set up GitHub properly and learn some of the most common commands, I did recently just launch a video. So you can see Claude Code GitHub step-by-step for complete beginners. Highly recommend that tutorial because I am going to give you all the commands, but this goes in way more detail about GitHub. And I think it's an important skill that you should pick up. Regardless, let's go back into VS Code now. And what I have over here is a brand new folder. So just go File, Open, create a new folder. So like File, Open folder, create something new. I just called this Ultraplan V2 because I was doing one for testing for this YouTube video. I have my terminal over here. And what we're going to do first is create a file. And the reason why is we have to commit at least one file into GitHub for this to work properly. So I'm just going to click new file here and I'm going to create a README. So readme.md, make sure it's all capitalized. And ideally, all you want to do is something like this, as basic as it is. Put a pound sign or hashtag, whatever generation you're from, a project name, and then a brief description of what this project does. In this example, I already have a prompt we're going to be utilizing a little bit later for Ultraplan. So I'm just calling this RAG chatbot streamlet because that's what I'm going to ask about. And I'm saying testing Ultraplan with Claude Code with a RAG script. So save that. And you see we have our README file. Okay. So I'm going to close out of that. I'm also going to move this over here so you guys have a little bit more space. And we're going to walk through the whole process. And I'm going to give you guys as well step by step on how to run this entire process so that we can kind of just copy and paste it into a document. So the first thing that we should do is do git init, which initializes git and over here. So git init. And every time these go through, I'm not going to pause and wait. We'll just skip forward. And I just have all these over here. Commands requires approval just for YouTube tutorials. But yeah, so once all of these are done, one at a time, we'll talk through those. Okay, so that's initialized. Next thing we need to do is connect to our GitHub repository we just created. So to do that, we're going to say git remote add origin. And then what we're going to do is go back into GitHub. And you see this URL, copy that, go back in and paste it. So git remote add origin, all spaces, click enter. Okay, it says remote origin added pointing to, and that's our repository. Next, we're going to do git add. So git space add space period. Okay, it says all files staged. Next thing we're going to do is commit our files. So to do that, we're going to say git commit -m and then just leave a comment. I'm just going to say this is initial commit. And actually, let's put these double quotes. Initial commit like that. All right, and it says commit created. And lastly, you have to push these files. So git push, we're going to do -u origin main. Okay. And what we should do is double check our files are in GitHub. So go over here, refresh this, and this should go away. And you can see we have our README file whatever text you put for the header, and then our just normal text. So a lot of people stop here, but we're not fully done as of yet. The last thing we're going to have to do is put slash web setup. It says a set up Claude Code on the web requires connecting to your GitHub account. So make sure we do that. So web setup. And it says connect Claude Code on the web to GitHub. So Claude on the web requires connecting your GitHub account to clone and push code on your behalf. Your local credentials are used to authenticate GitHub. So we're going to click continue. And it says your sessions are now in routines, which routines just populated recently. And you can see that we have this directly over here. So it says connected as Ryan Nolan data, and then open claude.ai/code. So those are our first steps that we need to utilize. And now we can actually test out Ultraplan. So I'm going to just copy over a text that I already built out, or I should say a prompt. And I'll walk you through this. So I see /Ultraplan, planned architecture for a simple RAG chatbot. I need a local vector store, a document ingestion and chunking pipeline, embedded logic, retrieval and response generation, and a basic Streamlit front end to chat with it, planned thoroughly before touching any files. So one thing to note over here is, again, something that kind of trips up people with Ultraplan. I started this with /Ultraplan. If you put /Ultraplan in the middle of this prompt, and this is as of today, things do change in the future. If you're watching this 3-6 months down the line, maybe Claude changes Claude changes a lot of stuff. But I put this out in the front so it can work. If it's in the middle, it won't work. The docs, I believe, also say you can use the word itself, Ultraplan. But in my personal opinion, if you want this to always fire off, just put this at the very beginning and then write your prompt a little bit afterward. So I'm going to click enter, and it's going to take a minute to go through it. You'll see it says run Ultraplan in the cloud. I'm going to say run the Ultraplan. So you might notice all my GitHub text from earlier is gone. Well, I actually just restarted my VS Code. I was actually getting an error where it said Ultraplan was not available. So I just closed this out. I restarted Claude Code and I pasted in the same exact prompt. And you'll see it says Ultraplan ready. We have this specific URL and it says press the down arrow to review the results. And all we're going to do is essentially go into this URL, which is already on my second monitor. And let me pull this over so we can take a look at it actually. So I have this over here and we have reviews Claude's plan. We have a context section. So build a self-contained RAG chatbot from scratch in an empty repo. This sets some ingest documents, chunks, and stores embeddings in a local vector database and lets users chat with their documents through Streamlit UI. Responses generated using Claude API. We have our architecture over here: file upload, chat history, sidebar settings, ingest query, chunking.py, split text. So we have this design. We have technology choices over here. So it's, for example, suggesting ChromaDB, which I believe it's been a very long time since I have a video based around it. We have an embeddings model over here via ChromeDB's default, the LLM, which is using Sonnet 4.6, chunking, the front end being Streamlit, which we already defined. And then we have doc formats, text, markdown, or PDF. They have the rationale associated for each of these. What's really cool, by the way, I don't know if you noticed this, but as I scroll down, we have these different sections. So we can just click on those as well. Again, more information. We have this file structure that's been populated for us. So you can see like our app.py, chunking, vector store, generation, ingest, and the implementation details, the config.py, chunk, right? Top K, we have our chunking.py, ingest.py, our vector store, ChromaDB, generation.py, our app.py, which is going to be the Streamlit front end, requirements text document, which is going to be required when you're using Streamlit, implementation order. So it talks about what's happening over there. And then we have verification over here at the very bottom. You can see really nowhere else to go. Also at the bottom side, we can approve Claude plan and start coding. It says this repository does not have a Git remote. We can approve the plan and teleport back to the terminal. And we could also tell Claude what to do instead within each of these sections. So there's other options as well. So let me just show you that too. We can actually click on this pencil icon and we can go over here and change things up. So you can see like I just completely remove that. I can go over here and copy this. We can also make this full screen like that. And can do some more edits. And on here too, we could rename our plan, archive it, and we can share this as well. So you can see right now it's private. I only have access based off this link, but if you make this public, other people can see the Ultra plan that has been generated. Okay, so we saw what Ultra plan allowed us to do. What I'm gonna do this time is just have a plan generally in here. So I'm gonna say plan the architecture for a simple RAG chatbot, and we'll see what happens directly in here rather than externally. Okay, so here's the difference. We have this internal now. So you can see that this is all built out over here, which, takes up a ton of space. You can see we have our updated plan. It's not as readable. We don't really have that sidebar. I do like the tables that were built out, the project structure. You can see module breakdown, all the information. And there's definitely benefits of both, right? This one way easier to set up out of the gate. You don't have to have GitHub ready to go. Whereas Ultraplan, you do. Ultraplan is still relatively new and there are still bugs. As I mentioned, I had a bug trying to get this going for the YouTube video. Whereas this typically will work out of the box. And you can see it says Claude has written up a plan, is ready to execute. Would you like to proceed? You can go over here, tell Claude what to change, manually improve edits, etc. And then you can see at the bottom it says Claude has written up a plan, ready to execute. Would you like to proceed? Obviously, I'm not going to proceed in this particular video, but we can auto accept the edits, manually approve the edits, tell Claude what to change. Back in Ultraplan, I just find this to be a little bit more readable. We can go in over here and just edit things directly and then send it back. Whereas back over here, we'd have to tell Claude directly over here another prompt. Obviously not a big deal if there isn't a ton of changes across the board. I did want to show you one other thing really quick. I'm just going to click escape to get out of this. You can see over here, I typed in Ultraplan and we now have an animation going across. Like we have rainbow colors and you see the light goes from left to right, letting us know that when we write something out over here to the side, like our initial prompt, we will get prompted to go into Ultraplan. What I will say is there's a bug because this doesn't always happen. I actually had to do this like 2 or 3 times, saying like close VS Code and everything like that to get this to personally populate. I think this will get fixed obviously here in the future because this is still a relatively new feature. So overall, I think Ultraplan is a net benefit to Claude Code, although it does take a little bit to set up, as I showed you with everything in GitHub in comparison to Plan. If you have a much larger project, I would 100% say start with Ultraplan rather than just Plan directly in the terminal. Plus, you can share this plan easier with other teammates. So if you're on a project that you're going to be working with 2, 3, 4, or more people, maybe start off with Ultraplan, share what Claude has generated, have some feedback, and start building the project from there. Anyways, what are you using, Plan or Ultraplan? Let me know down below in the comment section. What other Claude Code videos do you want to see us make here on the channel? We're trying to push out a ton. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you're relatively new and join our school community link down below in the description for a bunch of Claude resources. See you in another video.